Hello YouTubers. Hey, today I'm going to cut off a piece of this 4x4 and make the perfect glass bottle cutter jig. So let's get started. Five-eighths wide glass cutter. After setting my 5/8 flat router bit, I got it adjusted where I just made the slot just where I need it for the cutter. And we start our router. Now what you want to do when you set your cutter, you have to calibrate it to the exact depth of cut that you want, and it'll be consistent from there. You set a bottle in the groove, and no matter what radius it will work. Now you get up there to where you're just touching the glass, where you're just touching, and you put a little pencil mark on the corner right there. Now, you know that's where it touches. So you want to go just a little more than that. Okay. And then put a mark in the back, right where it stops at. And that's where you want to make sure that is in that location when you drive your screw. Now, you should be able to drive it in there. This is in the end grain, so it's not too hard to, shouldn't be too hard, shouldn't need pre-drilled at all. End grain pine is pretty, now that's touching the glass. Now, so a cutter block 1.5 inches square, lay it on there, and what I'm about to do is figure out where I want to make my cut. I have to lay this up against there as a stop, and I am going to cut that right about there. Now that should be about, I think we'll measure that so I can get consistency here. I want 2 inches cut off. So that's 2 inches, I'll measure that. I'm on this side, so I'll put it here. That's That's about 2 inches to the cutter. And we'll allow just a little bit there for the cutter. Now, long wood screw, right down in there. I want to make sure that I still have my 2 inches from the cutter, and that's just about right. And for originally cutting the top out of this wine bottle, we would measure as much as we want to cut off, which in this instance was 6 inches. I would measure 6 inches back, and I would move that stop block back to there. So essentially, for a wine bottle, you're going to be cutting 6, 4, or 2. So you could actually go ahead and lay those out, but I will get them laid out eventually when I need them. So we take the bottle and you lay it down, and just enough to hold it secure while you turn it, and you want to hold it to where it don't wobble and against the stop. And you can hear it cut. Right there. You can hear it when it rolls over, the start to cut again. And you can see that fine line goes all the way around. And you only want to make one nice little etch all the way around. Don't try to cut it deep. One round. That's important. Okay, here's the glass breaking ceremony. You have to have a container, some sort at least, to catch your water in if you don't want to make a big mess. Of course, you have to have some ice. Of course, you have to have the vessel that you're going to cut. That's the one we scored a while ago. And we have access to some hot water. I used an old coffee pot percolator that I had. Have it sitting here in my shop on a little burner over here. Now you pour the water over the ice. Okay, now we take the wine glass, pour some hot water over the glass, get it nice and hot, right around that slit. Take the ice and pour over it, turning it so it gets the cold over that. Then we just take some more, heat it again, and there we go. Look at that. A nice, clean break. Beautiful. Now let's look at the bottom. A nice, clean break there. Perfect all the way around. Well, so I decided to make 2 parts out of this video. It was just getting too long. So you'll have to wait till part 2 to see what I did with these wine bottle parts that I cut. So I'll see you in the next video.